Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Oh. We have a very special guest tonight. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Please welcome back Off the Grid Ryan, aka Ryan Davis, Part 2.
You like the spooky intro, man.
Do you like it?
Big time.
Yeah, I wanted to make it different for you because this has been a long time coming.
Steve, I love you, man.
I love you too. Let's get that out of the way first.
We've had so many episodes that haven't been recorded.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've been we're kind of still like can't lie to you. When you like were MIA, I was concerned. Your sister reached out to me via social media.
Oh, yeah?
She's like, have you talked to him? I haven't seen him. And no one knew where the hell you went. Did you want to let's clear that up? Because I don't want to, that's like the elephant in the room. Let's get that out of the way. You don't have to get into specifics, but something happened and you fled, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a poster child for mental illness. I've never strayed away from that. I got anger issues. I got rage issues.
We both do.
Yeah, that's where we really... why I've been trying to get you to go to 10th Planet, man. I literally...
let's put this out in the universe.
Yeah, let's get this out there.
So we love Eddie Bravo.
Big time. EB.
Okay, with that being said, if you could give us some kind of a promotional code discount as podcasters.
Like an Eastern Hemi and
maybe
a ginger
10%
gin.
deal for maybe a monthly a membership to 10th Planet.
I'm telling you, Monday nights we got to go down to HQ. He's there.
I'm like a $1.30 though. I mean, look at me.
Dude, jiu-jitsu is designed for the little guy to beat the big guy.
But look at me. I'm little. I'm really little.
I happen to know you were state.
I didn't.
3 years?
No.
3 years, correct?
I choked at the state tournament. Let's get that out of the way. But I was CIF San Diego section champion 3 years in a row.
Division 1?
At least, yeah, Division 1.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Masters champion in the 90s.
I have to fight the urge to shoot on you every time I see you. Dude, hold on. Let's get this out.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
I bear gifts.
Oh my goodness!
You know
Is
me,
it my
man.
day?
Oh, dude.
I think it's my day.
So there's a little place in Pomona called Rio Rancho Mall, and I found a hat that only you are worthy of wearing.
Where'd you find this?
That is the
amazing.
original. That thing had dust on it, bro.
Shout out to Tumek. Shout out to Circus. Shout out to Exist, to Kuma, Life Rexall. Shout out to all of them. AWOL.
You know what's up, dog?
The Shapeshifters.
You're the missing member of the Shapeshifters.
I
dude.
mean, that in an alternate reality, I would have been honored, but I look up to these guys. Still do.
Dude,
it's all about the shapes.
Check it out.
Thank you so much.
The gifts continue. Keep on going in there, man.
Hey, you're cool with Alex Tumex, right?
Oh, dude.
Didn't he reach out to you as well?
Dude,
Shout out to Alex, by the way.
Tumex, I love you, man. How crazy is my life that you call me when I need help?
Mm-hmm.
And he reached out to me, man.
He's
I love
real
you, dude.
That's a real one right there.
I'm telling you, Alex, you need to hook up with Detective 47.
That's what's
the
up.
real homie, Alex and Alex, man.
Shout out to Alex. Shout out to all the shapeshifters. I want to eventually get all of them on here,
Dude.
but mainly Circus, because I'm obsessed with Circus.
Let's find him. Let's hunt him down.
That should be a vlog in itself.
So tell
the
people.
second gift is called Dr. Squatch Pine Tar Soap. How did you know I like soap?
I see that you probably have like a claw tub foot.
Oh, you
right?
best believe it, brother. Can I get some skin again?
I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
This was a different era. I
Oh
would
my
personally wash you right now, much like.
Jeez, that's love. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
God, dang, that's
We're getting
love. Dude,
there,
I felt
dude.
it in my heart. I just felt. Oh, Lee was on the podcast. So shout out to Lee Syat.
It's one of a kind.
It's a one of a kind.
Oh, I stole that from my nephew Luke. Sorry, man. You got too many dinosaurs.
Okay, so it's dinosaur. It's a dinosaur model.
Yep.
And I love that.
And
Shout
I
out to
live
Lee
close
Syat.
to the Hindu temple, and so I always buy these comics. And I thought that you would
Oh
get
my
something out of
goodness. Prahlad, tale of devotion from Bhagavat Purana.
Hell yeah! So this is the story of Vishnu,
Vishnu.
a reincarnation of Vishnu when he is Narasimha, half man, half beast.
Oh wow! Are you? Hold up, dude. You're about to get deep on this episode, huh? I feel your energy. There's a lot. You're containing it now, but what's about to happen? Are we going Vishnu or are we going reptilians?
Well, I
What are
know
we
that
doing?
last time I was here and other times when people have been
Thank
on
you,
your
thank you,
show,
thanks again.
they've talked
Love
about the infamous Hollywood and Highland complex up the way, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, in order to explain that, finally put that shit to bed for you, I did a little researching.
I'm glad you did. That makes me so happy.
Big
First
time.
of all, let me get this out of the way. When you came in here, you came all guns blazing.
Got my
You look at
notes.
the. Hold up.
And the back.
I mean, kids like.
Handwritten, baby.
What's going on here? This is.
had
I love what you're doing.
I
don't
sent you
wanna,
the text. Prepare your mind
I'm here to
be
listen.
exploded.
I just realized because I don't want to talk over. I'm here to listen to you. Go ahead.
Dude, I happen to be a fan of not only your podcast, but right here, 7 Words with Megan Holiday.
Shout out to Megan Holiday. She was a great guest.
I
on
love
the
that
Steebee Weebee
episode.
Show. K-Rock, right?
Oh, dude, if Carrick was smart, it's 2020 coming up. You need to make sure you keep her on board because she's going to get headhunted by MTV, rock the vote.
Her energy's so
She's got everything. Looks, she's
Chill.
smart, she's intelligent, she's fucking funny.
down to earth.
Everything. Watch out, dude. Megan Holiday,
Yeah,
don't
Megan
forget us.
Holiday. We're
Don't
all
forget us
about-
when you get big, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Big time. Well, dude, so check it out. Hollywood and Highland Complex. This opened up in November 2001. 2001.
Were we living here at the time, Craig? I was not living here.
No.
In 2001, I had just moved from Arizona to Silver Lake, living on my brother's couch. But continue.
Well, since your show doesn't have its Jamie, I brought one.
Jeez.
Ta-da.
Oh,
Jamie.
Okay.
All right. So, pull that shit up, Jamie. Hollywood and Highland Complex.
Yes.
On the 1700
I go there
block.
almost every day.
Yep.
Because I have to.
1700
The
block.
red line. Just a little more information.
Show the people that. That's what
Okay.
you're always talking about.
I'm always talking about this. ladies and
1700
gentlemen.
block.
Look
Now,
at the-
17. Let me explain this
Look
to
at the
you.
imagery. Oh, hold up.
The
Are
numbers,
you about to?
The numbers, everything makes sense. Now, break it down. In the occult, 17 is an occult number because in gematria, you add.
I was
1
just
plus
gonna say
8.
you're about to do gematria, which is it's the letter combined with the word. And a lot of these secret societies, this is their language. It's their hidden. They have hidden meaning. But continue behind these words and these
Exactly.
dates and these numbers. Look at that. I'm not lying, was I?
You'll notice that it is Babylonian in its architecture, right?
Oh yeah.
The 1700 block. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is a very important symbol in the occult because it's the Ogadad. Ogadad. That's the 8 original gods of Egypt.
Jeez, you're getting
8 on
hold
its
up, man.
side.
Hold up, man. Hold up. I just need a little. Oh, whoa. I didn't think. This is
We
good.
just
Okay.
getting started.
I didn't
buddy.
think we're gonna go Ogadad, but continue.
So the 8 on its side is infinity. Right?
Yes, sir.
So that's the 1700 block. Now, you'll notice that it looks like Babylonian in structure, and this right here that we're talking about is an actual recreation of a movie set.
Yeah.
All right? This is a movie set from a film called Intolerance.
So this is what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
8 and then infinity. 8 and then infinity. Continue. I love what you're doing.
So that famous thing that you've seen is called the Babylonian Gate, or the Gate of Babylon.
okay, did
this
you take the picture away from me?
Might look familiar to you. This is from a 1916 film by D.W. Griffith called Intolerance. On it, you'll notice the Babylon Gate. This is an exact response to his critics because his 1915 film
Dude, you're freaking me out right now. You're freaking me out.
A little something called The Birth of the Nation.
Dude, you're freaking me out. Wait, hold up. This is from 1916?
And this is from 1915. Birth of a Nation.
But this is the way the Highland Mall looks right now.
I'll explain why. All right.
Hold up. Let me just make... Oh, my God. You're freaking me out right now.
So check this out. This is 1915. Birth of a Nation. You might notice, tell the people what they can't see, the ones that are listening.
What do you mean?
What's that all about?
Well, there's a Masonic symbol on his chest plate.
That's the Ku Klux Klan. This is a propaganda film idolizing the Ku Klux Klan. Why the fuck did they design this after a D.W. Griffith film? After all this weirdness, right?
Oh, no. What are you doing, Ryan?
So, here you go, right?
Jeez.
This
is the Hollywood Highland right now.
This is the actual two images. So on the top of this gate, it's a recreation of the Ishtar Gate from Babylonian time. Jeez. On the left, you'll see a humanoid creature with wings. Yes. This is the representation of the chief deity, Ashur, from the Babylonian times.
Ashur.
In the center is the Babylonian tree of life.
Wait. Lord, I never even realized
and
that.
On the other side is what has been commonly mistaken as a Nishrok, but is actually called Naturu or Natura.
And what does that represent? What's up with the bowl? What's up with the bowl?
So this is the chief deity representing the storm gods and war. This is a chief deity representing fertility.
Jeez.
You'll notice most chief deities along most religious systems are sky gods. Because that's where the highest high.
Right.
Before Babylonian times, Ashur, in the Canaan times, was also known by another name.
What?
And so all of our gods have different names, right?
Yeah.
Well, so you may be wondering,
wait.
Why
Before
the
you
fuck
continue,
is all this?
Where is this original picture taken?
This is a set from 1916 film.
In Hollywood?
Mm-hmm. Now, as I said about numbers, if you count the amount of everything on the very top here.
Can I count them on
ahead.
here?
Yeah, go ahead and count the very top row.
Okay, there's 1, 2.
No, the very, very top.
Wait, here?
Mm-hmm.
The squares and the circles?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Any guesses?
33.
33.
That's the Masonic. They use 33.
33.
That's a very significant number to the Freemasons.
And here's the reason why.
There's
30. Do you know what else there's 33? There's 33 vertebrae in your spine.
Oh my God! What are you doing? I thought we were just going to talk about jiu-jitsu and just normal.
Oh no, dog! I gotta give you nightmares.
God,
gotta give
dude,
you something
this
to
is
think about.
crazy. You're right. There's 33 numbers on top there,
mm-hmm.
And that's at the Highland Mall right now.
Yes. So in Freemasonry.
Oh my God! Wait, hold up. What about these? Are just diamonds? Are they 33 diamonds up here?
Well, what's even more interesting? So this tree of life right here. Check this.
Yeah.
Thing out. You would expect it to have 33 as well, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe 17. Well, it has 27.
With the tree of life, the branches?
Yeah. So I was like, well, what's 27? It got me thinking. The 27th degree in Freemasonry is the Knight of the Temple. All right? Now, let me just break this shit down for you.
Yeah.
The reason 33 is so important to the Freemasons.
Break it down.
And what people don't know is that their name was originally the Free and Accepted Masons. Ma-son means son of mother's son, something like that, the whole idea.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The highest degree that you can be in a Mason is the 33rd. In the last three, from 30 to 33, is where you get the real info. Is where you understand the true capstone plan. Jesus began teaching at 30 and was killed on the cross at 33. Every year, the sun goes down below the Southern Cross and is out of the horizon for 3 days and comes back. So the ancient mystery religions of Babylon, and more importantly, where we're going to go even further than Babylon, is all sun gods. It's all about sun worship.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, sir.
So this area that I keep on talking about, Canaanites,
Yeah.
the last one, Jamie, this is the land where Canaan was. Does that recognize you? What is that modern day?
Looks like the Middle East.
Israel.
Israel.
Israel is basically three gods in one: Isis, Ra, and El.
Yeah.
Isis is the feminine deity.
Yeah.
Ra is the sun god, and El is Elohim, Most High.
Elohim.
So this is from the Bronze Age. We're talking 3,500 BCE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when people say, how the fuck can the Illuminati run the world? How can the Masons run the world? It's because they've been running this shit for 9,000, 10,000 years, depending on who you ask.
Go back to gematria, like that's one of the main ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And explain to the viewers exactly how they're doing this. Because, dude, like, okay, so if you look at, like, Nipsey Hussle's, like, he just died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other? Mac Miller, right? So there's stuff online saying that these were, like, sacrificial things for, you know what I mean, this stuff you're talking about. And they break down, like, the day, like, even the age or whatever, like, the release of his album has to do with gematria, and, like, they're, like, adding these numbers, and that's why they had to, like, sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So, like, explain what this is.
So
Gematria.
Numbers are all tied into everything. Let's just think about this. The sun moves into each zodiac house.
Yeah. But
at the
isn't
30th
it,
degree.
well, explain it's Jewish numerology, right? It's Judaic numerology, like high-level math, right? That's what it is, right?
It's the idea that everything is that everything can be associated with a number, and then basically you can break it down. Well, all different religions and cultures, and they have different viewpoints. So people are like, how could the New World Order have one religion? Well, this is the mystery religion we speak of. And to give you a little better...
are we going to be in trouble? Because I'm afraid that once this airs...
Well, this right here, this is not my map. I'll just go ahead and say that is not my design. But after checking up on it all, it checks out pretty damn well. And what I'm talking about here...
Well, can I show the...
Yep, I'll break it down for you there. At the very top, we have Canaanites. Going down the columns, if you noticed, we have over here Babylon.
Babylon, yeah.
I put pharaohs, but not Egypt. And here's the ultimate, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Egypt is not Egypt as we know it. Egypt was the land of Kem, Khem, or Keme, or Kmt, Kemet, Kemet. This means black, like black-skinned people.
Right.
So the Egyptians moved into the pyramids. All right?
Wait, say that again?
The Egyptians moved into the pyramids.
They moved into the pyramids.
Mm-hmm. There's much, much more beneath what we can see there. Like other scholars have already brought this attention to people's by everything. But here's how you can explain how everything can get ran into one, all right? Canaanites, we're talking about 3,500 years ago. It moves down the columns, Pharaoh's Babylons. This section right here will get you into a lot of trouble if you continue falling down any of these rabbit holes.
Why is that?
This is what will give you negative press, if you will. This is what, the moment you start to
so
get
what
over
here. Like by you doing this, what is that going to give us right here on YouTube?
So
is that negative press?
I'm just not going to even talk about it.
Yeah, please don't.
The guy who designed this is he was 25 when he made this map.
Yeah. Now that in itself, that looks like, I'm not trying to be mean, but that looks like a crazy person's mind.
My brother, I showed this to my brother, and he literally got up and walked out of the room.
Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Mm-hmm. If I were, because my brother, I have a book underneath my 8-track. It's Linda Moulton Howe. And that's just on some alien. She's like, she's like an expert with that stuff, right?
I have something great to tell you about her.
But I just showed him that book, and he freaked out. He threatened to check me into a mental institution. If he were to pick me up in his Prius, and I'd go, "Hey, Bob, look," he would literally stop the car, and I would be committed. So I'm telling you, whatever this is, I understand. It makes, for us, amongst the homies, we could talk about this, and it's all fine and dandy. But what will this, if this is on, like, is YouTube gonna, like, am I gonna get flagged, or is the Illuminati? Because we're near the Illuminati around here.
I'm purposely not saying the artist's name because he's young, and it appears that he's either just some sort of like good doctor, autistic. He's put some shit together really good. He's either an amazing artist or he's got someone giving him some info. But at the end of the day, look at what 4th of July just passed, whatnot, or is it just coming up?
It's coming up in a day or two.
Shit. So I thought that explaining to you how we got to 1776 would explain it, right?
Yeah.
The same year, 1776, was when the Bavarian Illuminati was founded by Adam Weishaupt.
Oh, man.
Now, we said 17 before, and it was said it was the Ogadad equals 8.
Yeah.
1717 is when the Freemasons were formed.
Say that again?
1717 was when the Freemasons were formed.
Okay.
It's all numbers.
Yeah, this is going back to the gematria.
Mm-hmm. Now,
wait, you said 1717?
Mm-hmm.
What if you add those all up?
Fuck if I know. Here's the problem with everything.
16. Okay.
Like everything, people want to. You can fall down rabbit holes, and you can never find your way out.
Did you sleep last night? If you, did you get some rest last night?
Hey, I was definitely trying to.
You came in here scorching.
I came in hot. Hey, dude! Okay. Shout out to Smithtown Water Department.
Yeah.
Hey, big time! I happen to know that Ladder 14. You guys got some people in Bay Ridge that listen to you out in Brooklyn.
Wait, hold on. Dude, you're scary. Wait, what do you, about this podcast?
Oh, big time, dude. You're big on the East Coast. Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Shout out to Yanni the Yoon, Chrissy, Pick Up the Babies, Tattoo Fingers. Yo, what's up, Miguel Emoji?
Yeah.
Lisa Johnson's a piece.
Yeah, what's the name of their, what's the...
Ladder 14.
Ladder 14.
Shout out,
Ladder 14.
Bay Ridge.
Okay. Do you think they're going to tune in for this episode?
Okay, you can get sponsored by Smithtown Water if you're right.
Smithtown Water. If you're out there, like everyone needs to drink water every day, and we would love, holler at me on Instagram. But continue. I want to know this is concerning me. This is, just as a friend, this is concerning me. But continue.
So yeah, that's what I was like. I wonder what Steve's really tripping on about that whole Hollywood and Highland. And then once I looked into it,
of what happened. So I'm at Subway sandwiches. I don't want to on Hollywood Boulevard. It's like pretty late. I'm getting a meatball sandwich. I go in there. There's a Hispanic dude talking to himself. He had his BMX bike beside him. He was like, doing that. And then out of nowhere, he starts picking up chairs and throwing them in Subway sandwiches. He took one chair and threw, where the condiments are. Mm-hmm. Almost, thank God it was like plexiglass. It was like plexiglass proof, whatever. It didn't shatter. It would have shattered. If it was glass, it would have shattered. Security guy comes in, apprehends him, takes him out, and then I'm tripping, and I'm like not even halfway through my sub, and I'm just tripping. Black dude walks in and sits behind me, and because he catches the aftermath of that, and we start chopping it up. He goes, "Oh man, this is crazy around here." And I go, "Did you see what happened, man? That was crazy." He goes, "Man, I got a whole theory about that." And I go, "What is it?" He goes, "Man, there's underground tunnels, man. You didn't know?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Man, the energy, there's a reason why that guy like that was acting like that." I go, "What are you talking about?" And that's when he planted the seed. And then that's when I started like kind of studying like architecture. And then above the Jimmy Kimmel building, it has a Freemason. It says Freemasonry was built on the hearts of men, something like that.
Yeah.
And no one ever talks about that. They only see the Jimmy Kimmel sign. So he told me he went on to telling me, I talked to some homeless guy and he somehow found out he made his way down there but he got caught. And he was telling me it goes north, south, east, west, but there's tunnel systems down there. And he said that the boulevard is literally Freemasonic headquarters. And then after he told me that, I was tripping. I'm like, what? But then I thought about it that night. I'm like, wait a minute. look at what's happening during the daytime. It's like, hidden in plain sight. Like people are like, it's like hidden. It's like false. People are there to look at the stars but then it's like, why is it that the Jimmy Kimmel building has that Freemasonry saying on their building? And this guy told me that there's a tunnel system, and then I was tripping on the Oscars. Why is it that across the street from the Kimmel building, the Oscars are held there?
The Oscars, the actual statue, is the exact same.
Is it a sun god?
It's from the Egyptian times. Yeah.
Is it a sun god?
I don't know the exact one, but in my research, I came across it where I was like, "What's going on with this whole place?" I mean,
oh my God.
So these are ancient religions, right?
Yeah.
And they encompass everything. The idea is what you put power into. Where your attention goes, your energy flows.
Yes.
Me and you, we've bonded on how we grew up loving The Cure and being all down for that shit.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
There's a part of me now that feels like if you killed me, maybe like all goths everywhere would die that were below me. Like I'm a head like goth vampire. Their nail polishes would fall off and their bangs would not be purple.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of damage that music has done to my heart, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean damage? I thought
it's just, I'm fucking crazy sensitive more and more. The older I get, I don't know if it's because like testosterone's just falling off me now and I'm just turning into a puss in general. But damn, dude, I watch Coco with my nephew. Oh, fuck,
oh,
no.
Dude, you don't want to get me started with Coco.
Fuck, bro. That's me. I was like, I'm going to be forgotten by
Niagara Falls.
Dude.
That was a beautiful movie, dude.
It was.
Niagara Falls when I saw it. I loved it. Beautiful movie, man. Because you know why I liked it even more? Because the stuff we're talking about, there's an astral world involved there. There's a different plane there of the dead. And I liked how that it was kind of like a parallel universe to this universe, but just the dead. And then in order for them to get invited, they have to be remembered, going back to what you're saying. There needs to be like a photograph and then, you know what I'm saying? Them celebrating the dead. Mm-hmm. So that's why that's what's beautiful about Hispanic culture, that they practice this. Yeah. It's an actual holiday, you know? And and then I think Coco, even though it was a Pixar movie, they kind of brought it together beautifully. Like
cultures that accept death and teach it to the young, they seem to have a more, just a healthier respect for it. Because, so for me, I've lost a couple friends in the past year. I've lost two friends to suicide, you know, and
sorry, man. I mean, you never brought this up till now. You didn't tell me about that.
But I mean, and through it, like I say, I'm fortunate enough to be close to a Hindu temple. And so there's something about the weird imagery. I'm like, let me see if I can process my pain through this filter or prism, if you will. And in the Hindu mythology, the god of death is Yama. And so like for this, I was trying to like learn and study and research Yama and try to understand how I could shake Yama. And, you know, it's not like I want to be eternal, but I just, I don't want to live in fear of I don't give a fuck about my own life, you know, but I don't want to live in fear of losing the people I love.
Right.
And, I mean, dude, you know me, this is me all the time. Most people that come in here, they're trying to like hold back their real self. I mean, I don't give a fuck. This is
no. That's why I've always dug you, because even if we're at like wherever we meet up, like outside of this place,
yeah,
you're the same dude.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, because when you and Craig were the only ones during that hard time in the last like 2 months or 3 months that you guys were actually like, you guys actually gave me the, well, he's going above and beyond, but you actually, but you actually met with me at the coffee shop, and then I was like, we caught up.
And then you had to stop me from doing violence and
yeah. No, I didn't want to see. That's the thing. But the thing, it's all connected, because I believe just being around this environment, since the energy's below us, at least in this area, this immediate area. I told you about Hollywood and Highland. It's like around here, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, and this is just a theory of mine, and I don't care if I sound crazy, I feel like whatever dark magic they're doing below there, or their Freemasonic, whatever the rituals or whatever, it's directly affecting as above, below, as above, below. You know, it's directly affecting like the energy around where we're at.
100%. I mean, this may sound kooky to anyone that doesn't accept this shit, but I know exactly what you're saying. Have you been out of LA, like flown out of LA lately and come back? Literally touched as soon as you touch ground, dude, like my heart gets heavy. I don't know.
When in a good way?
Dude, I remember one time a couple years ago, I went to Idaho and I was in this, I thought I died out there. It was the most beautiful place, Redfish Lake, it was amazing. I came back to LA and I mean, yeah, I'm manic, bipolar and all that shit. But dude, when I got back to LA, it was just smoggy and it was visual graffiti. It was just like emotion. It was just, and dude, it just overcame me to where I was like, this fucking place has a weight to it that is ungoddamn deniable. Yeah.
So let's go back before we skip steps, because you brought so much of this stuff. So like the Highland Mall, the way it's set up, like the imagery and all that, like then why is it set up there for obviously a reason, right? Mm-hmm. It's because the stuff we're talking about.
So these ancient mystery schools, they want to say the mystery schools of Babylon. But before Babylon, there was the land of Canaanites. There was no place called Canaanites. It's just a group of different tribes. Some say 12, some say more. But before that, it was Sumer, ancient Sumer. We're talking, this is the cradle of civilization. In Sumeria, they worshipped many, many gods, but one in particular was called Baal, B-A-A-L.
Baal? Yeah, Baal. Yeah, Baal.
Baal worship is associated with the Tophet, which is a steel box designed for human sacrifice, preferably the young.
Oh my God.
Because as we were talking about energy, the young have the most innocent, and
that's going on to the way that these, like, okay, so it's all connected. These Freemasons with reptilians, that type of energy is called louche energy. And so, like, continue with that, like, because that's what a lot of these reptilians, they like that kind of energy frequency. It's kind of like, it's like parasitic. They feed off it. You know how we have to eat physical food? They, like, a lot of these energetic entities, like reptilians or whatever you want to call them, archons, they live off, they feed off that. And that's why, going back to the kid sacrifices and the weird stuff they're into, that's the purest, that's like the filet mignon of the energy they like, is from the purest form, the little kid energy. Especially innocence that are like tormented.
Pure.
That's why even animals, I mean, that's not as good to them, but that sometimes they do the animal sacrifices and stuff like that. And
it's notorious where certain spaces are. Right now, where the UN building is in New York City is built on top of one of the oldest and biggest slaughterhouses back in the day. So a place where you're making all the decisions in the world, where you're sending people, deciding who's going to get slaughtered and who's not, at, United Nations. So everyone wonders why these guys can hide in plain sight, or people like
the
us.
Illuminati?
Just in general, I mean, the idea of esoteric just means hidden. That's what a cult means as well.
Yep.
So a couple months ago, I was going into the bad neighborhood of my skull and trying to see if I can fucking whoop some ass Gran Torino style, but no, nonetheless. So I was trying to figure out how it is that I could fight and dethrone my inner dictator, right? Like I got a little dictator that tries to run the show in here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
we both have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I went down this rabbit hole of because of an amazing podcast called Behind the Bastards, Robert Evans, I'm one of the 40%.
Yeah.
There is an episode about Stalin that just made me fall down a Stalin hole, to where I wanted to learn everything about this bastard, because it was literally like mind blowing that this fucking guy could rise up to being literally one of the most notorious humans. Mm-hmm. From that, it led me to Nero, a famous emperor with mental disease. Mm-hmm. And from all this shit, I was trying to find a way to flush it all out,
Yeah.
And it just happened to be a couple months ago, one of the people that I used to always be able to talk to about my mental illness with a lot. Like every Sunday night, we used to record the Patreon last year.
Right.
And I would
you talking about tinfoil hat?
Mm-hmm. And I would go there early, and I would, on clockwork, run into your brother.
Wait, at All Things Comedy?
No, here at the Comedy Store.
Oh,
so,
right.
On Sunday nights, we used to.
Right.
I'd run into Bob because he always has early.
He was always
set.
nice to you, right?
I love Bob,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I seriously love Bob.
I love him too.
He pulled me aside one time, dude, and he's a fucking wonderful human being. I don't give a fuck what people say. And I would talk to him, and then sure enough, I'd always talk to my homie, Brody Stevens.
Oh, rest in peace, man.
I knew Brody before comedy. I used to work at the Vitamin Shop on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City.
Right.
All right. Denzel Washington came in there. Duff McKagan from fucking Guns N' Roses.
Into the vitamin store?
Yeah, they would all come into this vitamin shop,
crazy.
right? Dice Clay comes in. I lose my mind, right? But one day, I'm on the other side of the store, and I hear, "Do you guys have apple cider vinegar?" And I'm like, I just popped my head up and was like, "Yes!"
Yeah.
And he was like, "You got it." And my manager's like, "What is happening right now?" Like, and I just introduced myself because I've gone to so many tapings that Brody used to do the warm up for. I used to go to the Comedy Store and be a full blown cocaine drunken maniac and watch Brody close so many sets.
In the OR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so before I even got involved with podcasting and being inducted into that little,
You're a fan.
I loved him as a human because
right.
I pulled him aside. His show, Enjoy It, was all about, it just put his whole mental illness on display. And I let him know that was a huge, it made so much sense to not only me, but other people in my life that were trying to understand what it's like to be manic or be bipolar and be be who the fuck I am, the cards I was dealt.
Mm-hmm.
And he would give me the biggest fucking hugs. And when I was trying to figure out all this inner dictator shit and all this stuff, all I wanted was a hug from Brody Stevens. And I gotta wait a little longer for that now.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know, wherever you are, Brody, I fucking love you. You mean the world to me. You were a friend to so many people. And because of you, I've learned that I got to address my mental illness and just own up to it, you know. And I don't ever want to see anyone close to me go again. But once again, I don't have that fucking control.
Yeah.
So I know that, like, you got wonderful human beings that listen to you, man. I've always said that, like, the people that reach out to me and the people that reach out to you are like, they're not trolls. They're like fairies. They're higher vibrations. You know, they're lighthearted. So I also know that those are also the creative type and the type that happen to have a little bit of torment, a little bit of darkness.
You're talking about the people that happen to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I happen
Because
to
the funny thing, but this is the funny thing, is like, I have no idea. Like, once we do this, like, even tonight, I'll give you an example. Once this is done, I'm going to try to edit this one without Craig tonight. I'm going to, like, sit there. And then once it's done, it's in the bag. It's in the bag, right?
Yeah.
I don't think about it. To be honest with you, I don't even like listening to my own voice.
Fuck no. That's the worst thing.
I don't like listening to myself. I don't like, but I don't realize who out there it's going to reach, who's listening. I have no idea, but continue. I have no idea. I don't think about that.
Dude, you don't know. You make somebody's week with those little updates, man. Like podcast.
Really?
I'm telling you, man, podcasting is like it's you get to be a part of a weird little club. You get to be a fly in the wall, you know?
It's crazy. Yeah.
This medium gives us the ability to reach out. And I just want to reach out to those that might be that have ever had dark feelings. Look at, man, just
Uh-oh. What are you about to do
hold
here?
on, right here.
Okay, let's do it.
It's the AFSP.com. That's the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Okay.
All right. If anyone has any issues, you yourself, anyone, just reach out, because I want to be able to hug everyone as long as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you did that, because I've never talked about this, because we try to be lighthearted.
Oh, sorry, dude. I knew I was bringing it down, dog. Hey man.
No, it's okay. I love you. I love you.
Dude.
I love you. No, but this
one might not see the light of
this
day.
episode is because this is you're almost. It's like almost too real.
Yeah.
It's usually lighthearted. We laugh and whatever.
You just.
But the thing is, I believe it or not, even though like we do this and I try to be positive, I have had dark moments. I've read stuff online. I've gone through into dark places, and I've thought of it like it's harder for me even more because I don't have drugs and alcohol to mask that. So I have to feel it. But I'm glad you did that because who knows? I don't know who's watching or listening to this podcast. But if that could help somebody, so be it. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? I want to I'm still concerned about this.
So, I've been telling you for a while that we got to go on little day trips.
Okay, so where do you want to Dude, I'm afraid that once this airs, it's like people online are going to be like, "Yeah, Steve hasn't shown up." Like, "What do you mean Steve has I haven't seen Steve in a month." And then Bob tries contacting Craig. Where's Steve been? I don't know. Ever since the Off the Grid Ryan Part 2, he's been missing.
You're going to go back to the homeland?
No, it's like whoever the reptilians or the Illuminati came after me.
Well, shit, dog.
And now I'm paranoid the whole time I've been thinking because I was thinking about you scared me with the imagery like from the mall. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking about what the guy told me the tunnels. And now I'm realizing the tunnel could literally be under this apartment. That's how close we are.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And that scares the crap out of me. You know what I'm saying? That means they could be lighting candles and like, you know what I'm saying? Blood sacrifices right at right below where my bed is. And come on, dude. Do I have to move to like he makes fun of Alhambra, but I might have to move to Alhambra now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they're gonna find your IP address.
They're gonna find it.
One way or the other.
But so be it.
Dude, it's all about raising that vibration.
Yeah,
Look,
dude, let's raise the vibration.
I know that like and people be like, okay, so what do you do now? They run the world, they own everything, they got the banks, you're a slave. Well, here's the thing. We are prisoners. But we're in a prison with no walls, no cells, there's no guards. The only thing keeping us in here is each other's fear.
Right.
So how do you break that?
Just through love.
Exactly, bro. Love beams. It's the only thing. It's the higher vibration, dude. Get out into fucking nature.
Love, yeah. That's the goddamn truth right there. Say it again to the camera. And
Get
to the
out
mic.
into nature.
It's all about love. That's what that combats all this loosh and reptilian, archonic energy, Freemason, whatever. Love, they don't like that energy. In fact, they try to stay far away from that energy.
So
they can't stand it.
You say you've never met anyone that listens to you. You need to have yourself a live Steebee Weebee Show event where we take this positive energy and what we do is we give back to the community. Now, in LA, there's something called the Burrito Project. And if you go online, Burrito Project, you'll find it. It's in multiple neighborhoods. It can be replicated. The idea is you get all the supplies donated. You roll up burritos. You get waters donated. These are all tax write-offs. I've done this myself. Mm-hmm. Then you go to where these people are. For us,
right? It's
fucking Skid Row.
Oh, dude, I'm all about Skid Row. I go there. People don't know this. I go there every week. My therapist is on Skid Row. So like I've had thoughts because I don't have a GoPro, but because we're brainstorming other content that I could do. One of them is I don't want to disclose now, but another one I thought of is getting like a GoPro and literally like going to Skid Row and like interviewing people down there. And then maybe giving them $10, like here's a coffee for food, but can I just ask you like 10 questions? You know what I'm saying?
What you do is you go get socks. The number one requested thing of all homeless people is socks.
Oh, right.
And number one requested thing for women is feminine hygiene products. So if you went and got pads or anything that would help them out,
right?
Multiple options. But down in Skid Row, there's a park where they play chess.
Oh, damn.
They sell crack there and fucking meth and heroin, all that good shit,
yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah.
But they play chess and they play amazingly, dude. Like you are straight watching.
It was like Bobby Fischer stuff.
Dude, it is full blown like Wu-Tang.
Genius.
Shout out. It's so. My idea is me and you both. Our Venn diagram where we cross over is that we got creative human beings that are down for whatever cause we want to do.
Oh yeah.
We're all about that creativity, about that art life.
I still like doing music too. I still like performing music and performing, and I mean this is kind of taken over for the time being because it's like a weekly thing. And
fuck yeah.
There's such a high demand for content. But my real love is I rap, writing raps, doing the fucking beats on that, and
oh yeah, I sampled one of your beats recently. I'm gonna show it to you before I.
I can't. I'm looking forward to it.
It's a special.
Yeah,
project.
but going back to your live, like a live event, like it'd be cool if we could do something where like we could implement like music as well. What about this? Every musical guest that's ever been on the Steebee Weebee Show,
holy shit!
Like we got like Eli, No Can Do, we got Rain, we got Omni Boy, we got Gary, we got like just goes on and on. Cut Chemist, we got Tumek,
Dude.
I mean that's like a good like collective group of like artists. You would think, right?
Fuck yeah.
So I don't know. You're just kind of getting the wheels turning. Like maybe somehow in the future we could do like a live podcast, but then on the music tip, every guest that's been on here that does music will just say, hey, do you want to do like a 20-minute set?
And proceeds that we make off of it, we go
to
back.
The homeless.
There we go, dude. We dance it up. We have fun.
How do we organize
dude,
that?
somebody's got connections at Los Globos, maybe.
That's basically we're like doing our own, like how there's High Road Day, and then like in the Midwest, the Rhyme Sayers, they have their own like, festival. It's like something like that, Oh, I know Tyler, the Creator, they got their own festival. You know what I'm saying? But this would be more...
You could do like live
like
painting.
A nonprofit. But this would be a cause.
Let's get the B-boys out. Let's get the real 4 elements of hip-hop back.
Wow,
let's
like
get actual B-boys. Let's get guys doing some graph.
Speaking of B-boys, so we've had one B-boy on here. If you listen to the Steebee Weebee Show and you're a B-boy, holler at me, DM me. I want to interview more dancers. Or poppers. That'd be cool. But continue.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, what about like paint? Because like artists.
Yeah, let's get the whole elements. Let's bring it back.
Just get the art involved.
Yeah, live
get
painting.
The music. Or how about this, where it's just like even if it's not like there's even a beat maker. There's all digital beat makers. They could have or DJs. They have their own little tent area or stage and stuff. So.
And we could film it in 360 so people can watch it in VR space all around the world. I'm telling you, man.
You know what? I'm happy. I mean, this is new. I mean, I'm kind of spilling the beans, but guess who I locked down and who agreed to do a DJ I've looked up to for years, and who has Arizona history as well. DJ Z.
Trip? Are you serious? Dude, when's this? Coming soon?
I reached out to him in the past, and he didn't. I don't know if because God knows how many DMs he gets, but for some reason I added a little personal twist. I said, "Hey man, I attended ASU in the '90s, and I used to watch you DJ at Electric Ballroom because back then there's a local promotion company called TMC, and they used to bring out The Far Side, Diggable Planets, Artifacts, Beatnuts, just like everyone I like, like all like the raw kind of like the rap I liked. Black Moon, it goes on, and he would do all of them, and that's when I realized, oh, this guy is really blending two genres that don't go hand in hand. Like he's got like a rock song and he's like doing a break beat and he's like blending the two, but like he's doing it with turntables. There's not like gimmicks where he's like pressing buttons or a computer. Yeah. He was literally like, and that's when I was like opened up to like, oh, this guy's like blending records. And he's like doing what DJs used to do probably I'm guessing in the park in New York in the 70s, like, like just, like crowd control and all that. But yeah, man. He texted me back, and I was tripping. I'm like, when he texted me back, I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. And he said, I'm down. So we got a date set. I'm hyped on that. I mean, we've had some dope DJs. I mean, we had Red Matic, Cut Chemist, blah, blah. It goes on and on. But Z-Trip was like the one I needed to get an Arizona DJ because I have so much history there. Like just going to the underground, like being like just going to underground events there in the 90s, you know?
Yeah, dude, Sun Devils.
And so Z-Trip, man, that's a dope one for me. But
when was the last time you went back out towards the desert?
that's a good question. I need to go back there because of, you know, my father's health condition, and because I don't know how much like time he has left, so I have to. I want to make sure that, you know, because dude, like going back to Brody, you never know when someone's gone, you know. And God, this is not the funny. This is literally. We gotta label this the Steebee Weebee Niagara Falls series, because I had to like, because like you had it building up before, and well, going back to my dad, I want to see my dad.
Dude,
yeah.
life's too short to have all this.
Yeah.
We were in the land of plastic, fake fuck. You know.
Yeah,
That's the reason I love you, man. Is you're one of the realest
too,
dudes out here.
I think, to be honest with you, like out of all of the episodes, Craig, would you say this is kind of one of the more realer ones as far as? It's more true to me. Because, check this out. Out of everybody, I love talking about all this, the reptilians, Linda Moulton Howe, David Icke, blah, 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 this Illuminati, the gematria, all this stuff, but people ask me all the time, how come you don't talk about it? And like literally, like this is when we talk about it. When my homies like Rye get on here and he's like well versed, he obviously did research, and that this is when we talk about it. Because normally, if I were to ask DJ so and so, comedian so and so, if you bring this up to a normal person, they'll be like, okay, I need to call a clinic, a mental institution, and I need, you know.
Well, I mean, you sounds like
my
family feels like I need some help for sure.
I am not appalled. I am not shocked, because this is I've made stuff like this as well. I've made stuff like this. You know, I love doing. Going down the rabbit hole.
I look like the crazy guy at the coffee shop because you'll have little scraps of papers everywhere, and you're like, Tom, tweaker of the month.
I just you said something about a cube. Can you expand on the cube? You wrote down cube.
Oh, you want to know about the cube?
Yeah.
All right.
Because you know that's in religion too.
So
the black cube, and come on.
But the cube is actually is a personality test.
What do you mean by that?
I can ask you a series of questions, and after these series of questions, I'll know more about you than I will if I had been your friends for years. Only if you're willing to answer them honestly, and just as soon as the thought comes to your mind.
What does it have to do with the cube, though?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What, you can do it to me right now?
Put your palms up.
Jeez, this is crazy.
All right. Down, put them on top of your kneecaps. All right, close your eyes. I want you to visualize. You're in a convertible, driving in the desert. What time of day is it?
3:15 p.m., I guess.
Okay. As you approach the crest of a hill, you look down the distance and you see a big old object off the side of the road. What kind of object is this? What's the shape?
It's a mountain. It's a mountain.
And what color is it?
It's brown. It's a mountain. It's like silhouette of a mountain.
All right.
Dark
As you're
brown
getting
to
closer
black,
to it, as you're driving closer to it, you notice that there is a mythical creature chained outside of the mountain. What mythical creature is that?
It's like a lizard.
What color?
It's green.
How is it mythical?
Looks like Godzilla. I don't know.
So how big is it?
Fangs. It's like Godzilla. It's a big creature.
And then next to Godzilla, you see a ladder. In what position is the ladder?
I'm just going up towards the heaven.
All right. We're done.
What the hell was that? All right, go break it down now. I don't even know what that was.
So the Cube was a game that was performed on Paris Hilton back when pickup artistry was a thing.
Why did they do it on Paris Hilton?
It's just some guy that happened to run into her at a taco shop.
And they did what you just did to me?
And her cube was a big, giant, the size of a hotel, bright pink and shiny.
I didn't say that.
And her mythical creature
was a unicorn?
And her ladder
Was it a unicorn?
Yes. And her ladder was laying flat on the ground. Now, what these represent is the shape is your ego, the size of it. The color represents
So
your,
mine
your
is
true
going to the
form.
heavens?
It's good. There's nothing wrong with having a big ego, but look at the color of it. It's brown. It's earth.
Oh, it's brown.
based.
Oh,
You're grounded. All right?
Say it to the mic again.
You're grounded.
Refer to the ego as grounded, please. Just to let them know I'm not big-headed.
Steve, the ego allows him to be grounded.
Grounded, okay.
And so that mythical creature,
Yeah.
that's your inner self that you're always keeping chained up, that you're afraid to let loose.
With the Godzilla?
Mm-hmm. As we both know, me and you have
The Godzilla creature?
we have anger issues inside.
Oh,
of
so
us.
that's like my rage.
Mm-hmm. And that ladder represents your view of spirituality or your higher power. Paris Hilton's was laying flat on
But
the
mine
ground.
was going towards the heaven,
Mm-hmm.
towards the clouds.
So you have hope.
Thank you so much. Can I tell you what I've been... 10 minutes, that's it? I tell you what, because we both have these anger issues.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, what I do is I'll like take off my shirt if I'm like feeling amped up, and I'll do like 50 push-ups in a row. So I'll do 50 push-ups, and then I'll look in the mirror, and then I'll start shadow boxing. And then I'll take the curl bar, and then I'll do as many sets of curls as I can until like I can't even like pick up my arm.
I learned this trick from Robert Kelly. You know what, dude? He has anger issues too because he's Boston, which is...
Wait. How is Boston related to anger issues?
Have you
Oh,
ever
I
met
guess.
anyone
Okay.
from
Okay,
Boston?
gotcha,
They're all a
gotcha.
bunch of massholes.
Okay, gotcha,
Bunch of
gotcha.
massholes.
Yeah.
He says, aardvark, aardvark, aardvark. Spins around counterclockwise in a circle with your arms out.
Right.
It's really hard to be angry after you've spun around in a circle saying aardvark 3 times. It kind of just resets you.
Okay,
Aardvark, aardvark,
maybe
aardvark.
someone who's watching or listening could do that if they get upset. They could practice that little exercise that you just said.
You know it.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Since I feel like this particular episode, I think with you, I think you're a type of guest you need to come on here 100 times because there's never enough. We didn't even, touch the surface on any of there's a lot written out here. So maybe next time with this, we'll do, even if it's like a bonus Patreon or something where we kind of go over more in-depth stuff like this.
Well, I've got an idea about me and you doing
a
road trip.
Yeah, okay. So let's put this out in the universe.
All right, put it out there.
Yeah, tell them what.
Since we're in
what
Southern
you-
California, there's a couple weird, strange occult places I want to check out locally first before going on this road trip.
Where?
The Devil's Gate Dam in Pasadena.
You brought that to my attention. That's not the first time you said that.
Yeah, I fell down a Jack Parsons hole recently, and
Okay,
I've got to
explain what that is. What's
So
the
the Devil's-
significance of this land?
This is where Jack Parsons originally started testing off his rockets, but this is also where him and L. Ron Hubbard performed a magic ritual in order to release, it was called Babylon Working. They did this
L. Ron Hubbard from Scientology?
in 1947, all right? Now, the thing about magic rituals is you got to make sure that you close the portals. They didn't close the portal. And in 1947 is when Roswell happened. So the idea is that aliens aren't from another planet. They just came through another dimension.
Stargate or something.
The hell dimension, most likely than not. So that's what I'm saying. But the road trip I want to do is...
I'm sorry. You know what just scared me more? We'll end it, but as I'm hitting this jewel, you know what I realized? Because I just started jeweling. What's jewel backwards? Luge, right? And what did I say luge was? It's what reptilians, they live off that negative, low frequency, vibrational energy. And so I'm looking at my jewel and I'm like, luge.
Dude.
I don't know. I don't want to scare.
Well,
I just went like this, and I saw it. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
I don't want to go too far.
I don't want to go. Maybe I need to quit this. I don't want to inhale luge, a human luge. You know,
It's for the energies.
it's for the energy.
Where I want to go is 2 places in particular.
Okay, keep going.
So I want us to go to Sedan Crater in Nevada.
Okay, what's the significance of Sedan Crater?
It's where they detonated a thermonuclear explosion in 1962. It is visited by about 4 million people every year.
What for?
Because you can go up and look at a giant crater that a thermonuclear explosion made. More importantly, it's 12 miles from Groom Lake.
What's the significance of Groom Lake?
Area 51, Dreamland. So 12 miles from Area 51.
Where all the UFOs landed?
So we're going to go camp out on a clear night, no moon, so that we can sit around and meditate and try to make contact.
Can Craig come?
Definitely Craig can come. We need a good white, dude. We need a good white. And we're going to continue to our final destination. Which is...
I'm so sorry. He has to be there, man.
Oh, for sure.
It'd be so fun.
He'll be our grounding unit.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. We got to vlog it too.
Hell yeah.
You know what?
It'll be the Craig cam. We'll just put we'll put it'll be straight up all his view the whole
Craig's
time.
gonna have a GoPro on his chest.
Get him body cammed out. Well, our final destination isn't Sedan Crater.
Okay.
It's Vernal, Utah.
Ooh, Utah.
Vernal, Utah.
What's the significance of Vernal, Utah?
Vernal, Utah is where there's a little place called Skinwalker Ranch.
Ooh, what's that all about?
We're going to go there.
Okay, what's
It's a place where maybe the fabric of the universe might be a little thinner than usual.
Whoa.
So there's been
okay,
Native
so
Americans,
we need to vlog this.
Yeah, so
we need to
putting the energy out there.
How about we do this right now? If there's maybe there's like a transportation company, like they could hook us up with like if someone works for like Hertz car rental,
Hell
or
yeah.
if anyone out there works for they could give us maybe a 10% deal on renting a car. That would help us out in the long haul.
It'll probably only be one way because it will probably be abducted by some sort of entity.
That would be. You know what? I wouldn't mind going out that way. If I was abducted by like some Lyrians or Andromedans or whatever alien species is out there, I'd be like, cool.
Timestamp this.
Because don't you feel like I know what this life is about now, right? You get sick, you get happy, you have kids, you pay the mortgage, retirement home, pay this off, pay that one off, boom, 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 you're done.
God.
That's it.
Generation, operation, death.
I want to experience some new shit, you know? Don't you?
Is this your version of I want a new drug, but I want a new planet?
I don't know. I just know, man, thank you so much. I love you so much. Before we let's do that. You have more shout outs? Because I have some at the end. You go first with your First of all, hold up. You don't have social media. You don't have Facebook. You don't have Instagram. You don't even have a working number. So because I'm like, okay, so you don't do tinfoil hat anymore, and I've been getting at you like, dude, you have so much of your own personal knowledge. Why don't you just start your own podcast? And I'm putting it out there right now in the universe. You should have your own platform, okay? And so, do you want to continue with me saying that?
If you want to call me, leave a voicemail. If you want to go ahead and send me an email, you know what's up. The number is 323-285-0663, and the email is lovebeams2you, because that's what I'm sending you, man.
That's the only way to reach you.
Lovebeams2you@gmail.
Lovebeams2you.
You can leave me a voicemail.
And that's the only way to reach you.
Whatever you want to talk
Because I tried
about.
calling you.
Who knows? I might pick up.
No, it went doo-doo-doo. This number does not exist. It's no longer in service. And we'll get more in depth next time about why that is, but you have your reasons. Put it that way. Yeah. You have your reasons, right?
Big time.
Okay.
And I appreciate you, man. I
love you, dude.
Oh,
give me some more skin. Give me more skin. I love you.
The last thing I got to do, is go ahead.
Thank you so much for this. I love this.
You only need like 3 things. All right. Let me just tell you. You need sunshine. You need water. Yeah. Shout out to Smithtown Water Department. And you need most of your organs. Do you have all your organs?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kidneys only last 20 years. My friend Lisa got a kidney replaced in 99. Lisa'sKidney.com. If you are interested or anyone you know is possibly
let's go right here.
A donor, go ahead to Lisa'sKidney.com. Fill out you could go ahead and maybe save a life. change someone's entire existence.
This?
Yep. I really appreciate lisaskidney.com. Spread the love.
We good? That was sick, man. I think this one was way more, because I reviewed the last one. That was a while ago, because you were here like year one for us. And it was cool, but dude, you came in prepared today. Like charts, notes, signage. Jeez. Oh, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu.
Eddie, we're coming.
Eddie, if you could hook us up with, just, let us train at one of your
Dude, we're going to go to
dojos.
HQ. He's right around the corner.
No doubt.
See you Monday.
So I got a Patreon attached to the show. If you want to continue seeing the show exist, go to patreon.com/Steebee Weebee. Okay. I got to shout out the new patrons this week. Chris Kizzy, Carlos Lepe-Andrade, Toni Adame, Hot Pickled Soul, and Crystal. That's the newest one, Crystal. I finally have a legit website where it's connected to everything. It's connected to my music. I have merch up there now. I have everything hooked up there. The YouTube's hooked up, attached to it. It's SteebeeWeebieShow.com. Again, SteebeeWeebieShow.com. I currently have merch. I'm going to order samples soon to give you examples. Make sure you support the homies podcast, Necro Electric podcast, www.necroelectric.com, and my man Nathaniel's Losco Projects. That's LOSKOPROJECTZ.com. I have a P.O. box, and I'm doing a new vlog series called Steebie's P.O. Box. Send your packages to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391. LA, California 90093. How you feeling about this episode? You feel good? You feel good, right?
Bled it all out there,
God,
man.
I'm glad you did. I love you, man.
Spread love beams.
Hell yeah. And with that being said, there's no Little Ray's World this week? Or no, there is. Is there? I think there is. Is there? Yeah, because I haven't. Yeah, I think there is. Okay. Well, either way, if there is or isn't, I already made it. I spent 30 seconds doing this. I love you. Little Ray's World, or maybe not. Wow. Welcome to Little Ray's World Show. All I gotta say is kids' minds must grow. I got abducted by some aliens dropped in snow. Whoa. Stuck into a world I do not know. So join me in adventures now. And I promise not to have a cow. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey, hey. So welcome to my world. To all the boys and girls. Welcome to Little Ray's World. Hee-haw! Well, what the hell do we got here this week, babe? Looks like a goddamn devil, man. What's up, partner? What are you doing around these parts, man? Well, that sounded like a bunch of gibberish, my friend, but I think I know what you just said. You were once an angel amongst the heavens. You thought you were better than the other angels, correct? And then God put you on this, I don't even know what you call it, a purgatory plane or whatever, wherever we're at, and he took away your goddamn wings and gave you a devil's pitchfork. Is that correct? You know what, man? You're a goddamn abomination, man. And the mere sight of you makes me disgusted. Right, beep? Beep, beep. So this is what we're going to do here, partner. You're lucky I don't got holy water to throw on your goddamn demonic horns. But instead,
I'm going to show you grace and love, my friend. Me and Beep wrote a song about you, and it goes like this, and after the song's done, you best be getting on your way, partner. Okay? Well, whatever, man. Just give me my space. This one's about Brett the Devil, man. Listen closely, man. Hey, Beep, let's assemble for Brett the Devil, man. You didn't go that gentle, your body is a rental. He was kicked out the cloud, so proud and special. His wings got clipped in the pit. He settled with the 666, cold mark of the beast. Type rebel Brett went on his own, and the heavens had heckled. Now he's on a lower level, like a panther in the kennel. Don't touch my metal kettle, my body is unsettled with the presence of him back up with the holy water. His essence is grim, but his sentence is thin. Brett the Devil, pluck him like a petal that's trim. Have you heard about Little Ray? Don't wrestle with him. Brett the Devil, go and get out of here, man. I'ma stuff you in a van. How come? 'Cause I can. Go and get the split and then, Brett the Devil. Go and get the split and then, Brett the Devil, Brett the Devil. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Join us in about 2 weeks for another episode of Little Ray's World, man. And make sure you go to the new website, www.steebeeweebeshow.com. See y'all later, and let's get her done.